I'm Kathleen. My husband is in the Ohio Army National Guard as a captain. My husband was stationed overseas this past year, and they were supposed to be home right before Christmas. They weren't able to get direct flights home before Christmas, so there were about 6 or 7 of them who decided to drive from Fort Hood up to Columbus. The USO was able to provide the transportation for them to come back up here. They got home Christmas Eve in the afternoon. My 3-year-old had no idea, wasn't really telling her a whole lot because we weren't sure initially if he was coming home. She kind of started figuring things out. We did Christmas Eve with my family, and she kind of knew that he was supposed to be home soon, so she kept asking at that point. And my, at the time, 8-month-old had obviously no idea. I would sum up what the USO provides with these 3 words: supportive, giving, and fun. The USO has provided a lot of great camps, services, programs for military families that have really allowed families to be able to bond, spend time together, and enjoy everyone's company.
The number one thing was because we're all military kids, and I didn't know anybody else who was a military kid growing up. So meeting all of these people who had something in common with me and that were like cool to hang out with, and they were also going through some crappy stuff, but like we could deal with that together. And then the counselors also had gone through that stuff, and adult staff understands, and just like having that bond, you have this unspoken bond with each other. Like, the reason you make friends is because you have common interests and common life experiences and things like that. And we've all been through some common life experiences that aren't normal to everybody. And so you already have this unspoken bond, and something about it is just tight. I mean, we spent a week together in a very small cabin, so you can't get away from each other. You gotta be friends. Right, and now I'm a counselor, and this is my 3rd year being a counselor, and I'm coming back. And I'm coming back again. I don't know, I just think that the experiences and the memories that you're creating I don't know if you can really put a price on it.
My name is Madison Bailey. My mother is a major in the Army. She has been in the Army for my whole life. And my brother, sister, and I have all been impacted by the work of the USO. Okay.
3 words that, yeah.
3 words that come to mind when describing the USO is support, connection, and caring. Without the USO, service members would have children who do not have connections to other children and do not feel supported. Yes, I have so many friends that would not be a part of my life without the USO, and they are friends that I truly think I'm going to have for the rest of my life. They are the only friends who truly understand what it's like to be a military kid like I am. Without the USO, there would probably be no Operation Military Kids, no Camp on Kelly's Island, no family camp. And without those, I would not be the same person. They have impacted my life so greatly, and I am extremely thankful for that.
All right, guys.
And so that's really the intent, is to get them to know other military kids, to let them know they're not alone, that other people are going through the same thing that they are. And that, time and again, is the response we hear about the best thing about camp. I get to meet other people who are like me. You know, people think that camp is campfires and marshmallows and kind of fluffy stuff. It's not. It's big stuff. The things that are happening here are life-changing. Not just for the campers.
Pick up your bow.
Military kids are a unique type of kid. They really need a special type of person to understand what they're coming from, And a lot of people want to help military kids, but it's really hard to, especially if you don't have that military background. So that's the only reason why I just really wanted to come to this camp and help, because I had my dad gone for originally 12 months. He was deployed to Iraq when I was 5 years old. It was extended another 6 months. So it ended up being a year and a half my dad was away serving our country. So I understand what these kids are going through, and this week it gives me an opportunity to help these kids emotionally and also just make sure they're having a good time so they can kind of get their head off of the things. Sponsors, these kids need you. They need someone to help them get to this camp so they can have a great time and learn just on how important their family is to them. Some of these kids don't realize how important their parents, what they're doing really is. But sponsors, you can help make sure these kids know what their parents are doing and know that it's important.